Ladies and gentlemen, Geri Petito.
I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
When you don't know just what to do,
Just what to do, just what to do.
if what you're feeling is really true,
Is it really true? Is it really true?
just keep your ideas safe and sound.
Safe and sound, safe and sound.
That's exactly how change is found.
Change is found, change is found. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Geri Petito Show. Everyone and anyone who knows me knows I am the author of I'm Not an Addict, I'm Just an Ass. I'd rather be a smartass than a dumbass. Because, guys, 34 years ago, I was a dumbass. But today, 34 years later, through the grace of God, I can honestly say now I'm a smartass. And yes, the word ass is in the Bible at least 40 times, and it means donkey, and that's what I was. I'm saying all that to say this. There are a lot of people out there struggling, even with health issues. I'm a nutritional health coach. I'm a recovery coach. All my services to you are free. Please, please reach out. If you think my book can help someone, because I sure do, you can go right to Simon & Schuster's bookstore, Archway Publishing. You can go to Amazon, Barnes & Noble. You can go to my website, www.geripetito.com, because my book is now on audio with my voice. So Simon & Schuster wanted to do it with someone else's voice, and I was like, no way. My producer here, Ruben Rodriguez, part owner of Hamilton Radio and owner of Iron Horse Films, is now doing audiobooks. So if any authors out there are interested, please let me know. And guys, listen, if you truly, truly, truly cannot afford my book, please let me know. Reach out to me. I'm here to help you. So before I introduce my guest, I'd like to give a shout out to a few of my sponsors. First, I've got Stormin Norman Selden. You know, he does concerts and performances on venues of all sizes, okay? Stormin Norman Selden, performing for live concerts and national events and promoter of shows. 732-245-4777, storminnormanselden.com. And he's a beast on the keyboard, guys. He's been here live several times, and he's unbelievable. And a lot of people didn't know this, but he helped get Larry Chance from the Earls back in the day started. Rest in peace, Larry. We all love and miss you. Then we've got John Manforto, the man of many faces, singer, actor, celebrity impersonator, and tribute artist. So I named him the man of many faces, but he was given a title by a former Philadelphia mayor as the official Philadelphia Rocky impersonator. He is Rocky, guys. www.johnmanforto.com. Then we've got Michael D'Amore, singer, songwriter, performer, entertainer. www.michaeldiamore.com. I was honored the last few years to MC at Let East, which is coming up again the end of August, beginning of September. And we had Michael Zanman opening for Michael D'Amore. And last year we got John Manforto into the mix. So now Michael Zanman, singer, entertainer, performer, www.mzanman.com. So everybody, please keep Michael in prayer. His cancer is back, and just lift him up. He's doing better. Just lift him up. But I have a cool Zanman story for you. So a year and a half ago or so, whatever it's been, he recorded Mel Carter's Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me and posted it on Facebook. So he didn't know it, but I sent it to my buddy Mel. Mel called me and said, Jer, your boy did a great job with my song. I said, he's one of your biggest fans, Mel, other than me, of course. I said, do you think you can tell him? We got Michael Zanman on a surprise call. Mel Carter told him himself he did a great job with his song. Can you imagine that? That would be like Elvis calling me, baby. I'm just saying. And then last but certainly not least, John Bishop, a.k.a. Johnny B., singer-songwriter, host of the Entertainment Luncheon South, a nonprofit network created for the creative. Okay? He's also in the Joey D and Johnny B. Rock and Oldies band. He also sings solo. And I have to give a huge shout out to him and his wife Linny for what they do once a month. It's by invite only, this incredible luncheon. And it's $20. You get a great lunch, incredible entertainment, and they don't keep a penny of it. And they promote all of us like nobody else does. So a huge, huge shout out to them. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. So now, guys, let me introduce my returning guest. Okay, so I'm going to introduce him as his proper name first, William Petrano. Okay, but he goes by Wild Bill, and today happens to be Wild Bill Wednesday. Say hi.
Hello, everybody. Happy Wild Bill Wednesday. Thank you so much. It is Wild Bill Wednesday, and it's a holiday, by the way, for me. So
it's a holiday. Why?
Yes, it's a holiday.
All right, tell me.
Tell you why it's a holiday?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. It's kind of a thing that goes back to, like I said when I was on your show the last time. You know, I drove a truck between 25 and 30 years, and I got hurt quite a bit. And when I was working, it caught up to me. The operations, my back, my this, my that, and the hours caught up to me. So I would like to work Monday or Tuesday, and then I would sometimes book off on Wild Bill Wednesday. So on my last job with all my injuries, it became like a holiday. People would come in and go, "Where's Wild Bill?" "Oh, you don't know? It's Wild Bill Wednesday. He'll be in tomorrow." So that's why it's kind of a holiday. And by the way, you know that's a project I'm going to be doing.
Yep.
I'm getting close. I'm almost there. So it's just a day that I love because, Jerry, if you know anybody that drove a truck as hard as I did, when you work and come home, you're exhausted. And to work 2 days and take the third day off was good for my body. And then I would go back to work Thursday. And I never liked taking off Thursday because that was payday before they used to give the paper checks. So I made sure I was there on payday. And then I loved working Friday because I had a nice weekend coming up. So happy Wild Bill Wednesday. God bless.
So, all right. So a little of this, a little of that. Okay, you sound like a New Yorker. What the heck? All right. So it's so funny. I was born and raised, in Long Island City, New York, Queens. My dad moved us to New Jersey when I was 12 years old.
Wow,
Everyone
right.
in New Jersey says, "Oh, you're a New Yorker. You have a New York accent." Everyone in New York, when I'm there, "Oh, you're from New Jersey."
I could definitely hear the New Yorker. You never lose that.
You never lose
do.
it. No, you never lose it. It's so funny. So all
But
over the world, because I've traveled, they said I sound like a New Yorker. But if
But-
I'm in New York, they said I lost it.
But I gotta say, it's been a while since I seen you. I'd rather be there in person.
Right.
The next one I will be. I promise you. We'll have a lot more to talk about. But you look great.
Oh,
I hope you're feeling good.
thank you.
I do pray for you, Jerry. You know that.
Thank you.
I pray for a lot of people. But let me just say, I guess today we'll go with the name Wild Bill, even though my name is William. Wild Bill is not a religious fanatic. Wild Bill doesn't go to church every weekend. But if you remember in Bronx here, which is a movie I should have been in, when he passed the church, he made the sign of the cross like this. I still do that. I did it with the truck. I did it with my car. I do it no matter. So I have prayed for you, and I have lit candles for you in church.
Thank you. So now
And-
let's talk about what's happening with you.
A lot.
Come on.
Okay. So that's it. I have the floor.
You have the
By the
floor.
way,
You have the
Can you
mic.
see this? Can you see this cup from there?
It's a little dark, but tell us.
It was a movie I did
Okay.
where I played a very tough, mean guy named Connor. I told you about over the phone. And my tenant, Christina, who does nails, she has her own nail salon. Somebody she did the nails says, "Oh," she goes, "Oh, you know my landlord's name is Wild Bill Wednesday?" And she was like, "Wild Bill Wednesday? What does that mean?" And she told her, she goes, and you know what his phone number is? 1-800-WILD-BILL. So she made me this cup with the picture that I did in the film, and my number's on the cover. If you can see it, what's your Wild Bill?
Bill, talk a little lower because something's happening.
Broke Law, okay. Okay.
Yeah, don't yell because it's going in and out when
Well,
you
I'm sorry.
do.
Well, by the way, I'm going to make you laugh.
All right.
I'm not yelling. I'm Italian.
All right. Okay, there you go. Good on you.
Salute. Okay. What's going on? Okay. Honestly, I've been having and it's a good note. And I will say one thing, I want to thank you for spending this time with me. I want to thank you for having me on the show again. I want to thank everybody involved. And I just want to say that I hit a lull in my career because the headshots that I had were outdated, and I just invested not that much money with a photographer that was referred to me, and I Googled him. His name is, I want to give him a shout out, Yanni Levy.
Okay.
What a photographer. And he named the photography studio after his son got, I make the sign of cross because he was 24 years old. He got killed in a car accident.
Oh.
And he made me cry, and I hugged him when I met him. And he named the studio called Tal's Studio, T-A-L-S Studio. He's on 29th Street in Manhattan. He took the greatest and the best headshots I could taken. I did that a few weeks ago. So that's a big thing I did, Gary.
Okay,
so
good.
now the headshots are starting to work for me. Good. I'm getting calls. So I'm up for a couple of things, playing a project manager, a building manager. I just auditioned for it, named Mark. I have a son named Mark Vincent, so I could do one of the lines with you if it's okay. So I read Mark, and I think I did pretty darn good. And if they don't call me, they're not gonna forget me.
So come on, give us a line. Come on.
Okay, give me your line. Okay. You do realize what you did by going into the unit was not a good thing. I know the baby was crying. And listen, you're a friend of mine. Okay? And I respect all the work you've done for this building. But I got to tell you, it's not coming from me. It's coming from the board. What you did was wrong. You can't do that again. Do you understand that? Listen, you have worked with this building, and we appreciate all the work you've done for this building. But the board is on my now, so now I'm letting. Okay, as long as you understand, you cannot go in the unit without being notified. I know the baby was crying, but I love you. That's it.
I love that.
That was a little bit of it.
I love that. So, all right, continue.
Okay, so these headshots, Jerry, have it's going to turn my career around. Okay, and to tell you the truth, I put it off too long with everything going on, and then I realized now my manager, I want to give another shout out, Mr. Bernard, J.U. Bernard, my manager, who is, I got to say, I don't want no negative. He knows I'm ready and available for work, but I'm hitting a little low. So he says, don't worry, we're going to get you work. And then I said, you think my headshots are working against me? And he said, yes. So I made the investment, and that's going to change things.
Good.
So that's the biggest thing.
Okay, good.
And that I've done in the past, besides everything else. And I'm working on writing Wild Bill Wednesday. Because that project I'm going to act in, produce, and direct.
Okay.
It's not going to be easy, but I'm going to do it.
Okay.
And yes, that's got to happen. And I would love for you to make a cameo in it. A cameo. I'm serious. Make a cameo. We'll work it out. I'm not ready yet, but you got to make a cameo in my film. You have to.
So you mean I'm going to physically come there and say, hey?
It could be filmed in Jersey.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
make it easy for you.
I want to do it. I'm holding you to it.
I want you to be in my project as yourself. Maybe I'm coming to you to put me on the show, and you go, okay, no problem. Well,
Yes.
Bill, you're going to be.
Yes.
It could be something as silly as that.
That'll be perfect. I need silly, and I don't need a lot of lines.
No, you're going to be yourself. It's going to be improv.
Yes.
No, you're not going to have no lines. It's going to be improv.
Good. I got that. You know that.
Oh, you're the best. I love you for that. Yeah. So, besides other personal things going on, my dad is back home now. I got to say that.
Thank God.
Shout out wishes for my dad and mom. who's home now. My dad, I get, I think I said this when I was on your first show or the second one. I don't remember. I get my acting talent from my mother's side, but I get my toughness from my dad's side.
There you go.
But I gotta say, I was just with one of my uncles that's gonna be 90 years old next month. My mother's older brother is gonna be 90. My uncle Sonny. I want to give a shout out to him too. 90. He's gonna be next month, and he's a tough cookie. And I said to him, because I was with him on a little bit on Memorial Day before I went to the hospital to see my dad. I says, Uncle Sonny, what makes you so tough? I don't know what makes me so tough. I says, because I have a lot of you and me. He goes, well, of course. You're your mother's son. So, but my dad's side is more tougher with things. So I just want to say that I guess what I have to say is right now, I'm in a little lull of Wild Bill Wednesday.
Okay.
One thing I'm not is a screenwriter, and I'm not a screenwriter. I have ideas, so I'm right now I'm working with somebody to help me put those ideas on paper.
Okay, at least you're working with someone.
Yes, and number two, I've decided not only to act in it, of course, I'm Wild Bill. I'm going to produce it,
Yep.
and I'm going to direct it. It'll
That's
be my
right.
first directorial credit.
So wait, I have a question. All right.
Yes.
So, what do you tell yourself in front of the audience when you do something wrong? Do you slap yourself in the head?
When I do something wrong,
Yeah, because you're directing it, you're producing it.
yeah, I'm going to smack myself. Yes, go, oh, yeah, like that, yeah. I'm going to hit myself and go, okay, yeah, that's funny. Because you have some great actors that have directed, wrote, produced,
Yeah.
and the biggest one is my idol, Sylvester Stallone. You can't get bigger than him when it comes to writing, which I'm working on that, producing, directing, and starring in the movie. Clint
Yeah.
Eastwood, Mel Gibson, they all done it.
That's right.
Ben Affleck, Matt Damon,
Yep.
even the great Robert De Niro.
That's
Al
right.
Pacino don't get involved in that. He's directed a couple of things. He's mostly an actor.
Okay.
And he's produced stuff and directed. But it's not easy wearing all those hats, Jerry.
No, it's not.
Believe you me, Wild Bill will have a lot of help.
There you
So
go.
I'm gonna need an AD, an assistant director on it. I'm not gonna be able to do everything. I'm gonna need somebody to work the camera. I'm gonna need somebody to give me advice. Yeah, Will or Wild Bill. Listen, I think that this scene should be done this way. Okay, fine. Let's try it. See if you like it. Because as a director, like look at Clint Eastwood. And by the way, I gotta say that man is one of my idols.
Okay.
He is going to be 94 years old
Okay.
Saturday.
Is that crazy?
It is crazy, and he's still working. 94, let alone my Uncle Sonny who's going to be 90 next month.
Okay.
94, and the man is still working. And you know what's amazing about that? It's like he's not going to stop until God takes him. He might live to 100, and I hope he lives past 100.
Amazing.
But by the way, you look great.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and it's so great to be here. What else can I say? I'm getting close with Wild Bill Wednesday. The next show we do, I will have a lot more information. Matter of fact, the next show we do, I might have something filmed about it.
Okay, cool.
And you're going to be in it.
Cool. Now, let me ask you something.
Sure.
Vito Pacone, your connection.
Yes, he's busy. He's like my uncle, but not my uncle. My Uncle Jimmy is the one that sings with him. My mother's older brother. Vito, he got sick a couple of months ago. He's feeling better.
Yep.
He just had a birthday a couple of months ago.
Yep.
And he's doing good. He's not a young guy.
No.
He's doing good.
Yep.
And I'm gonna be meeting him real soon at that lunch we talked about.
Okay, so
I'm working on it.
all right, and I need you to give him a big hug for me because I love him and I met him and interviewed him. You know that. So why don't we honor him right now and your uncle, okay, and play Little Star.
Oh, that would be beautiful. That's gonna get me very sentimental
Okay.
because thank you so much for that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Let's do it. Here we go.
Thank you.
Where are you, little star? Where are you? Oh, rat-a-tat-tat-too. Oh,
right, come on. Tell us what that song means to you, babe.
Oh my God. Um, the truth is, I wasn't even around when that song came out, and in 1958, that put Staten Island in rock and roll history because there were a few groups trying to make it in the 50s, and nobody made as big as the Elegants. And right now, it's sad to say there's only 3 still alive out of the 5 Italian Americans. Artie Venosa and Carmen Romano passed away. From the original Elegants, they passed away. God rest their soul.
Yes.
So Vito's still here, Uncle Jimmy, and Frank Tardona. He's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He's 7 years ago almost.
Okay.
It's just amazing.
Is that amazing or what?
It is amazing, and when I don't know if you noticed, but we have an area in you probably do. You're from the area called Midland Beach, South Beach area, off of Father Capodanno Boulevard.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, of course you do. Well, every year, Vito does the beach now. They do the show. So Uncle Jimmy's there with Vito. Frank Tardona, he don't sing anymore with them, but he comes in and supports them. And it's amazing when he comes up, the people, how they get crazy and clap and how it is after all these years. It's just amazing.
It's amazing.
I mean, my Uncle Jimmy, Vito, they're living legends.
They
That's
are.
pretty much it.
They are.
Thank you. So they're just living legends. It's just amazing. They're still singing. They went on a cruise. They came back and they got sick on it, by the way.
Oh.
And then they did something upstate, and they did something out in Long Island. Some of them I try to go. A lot of times it's just impossible. But the recent one they did, I believe, was a last minute thing, and I had to work. I was doing something. They just sang at the College of Staten Island. They did a big show. So that song is it's like the biggest thing that come out of Staten Island from in the rock and roll era. Put them on the map. And my uncle, Jimmy, my blood uncle, is a member of that group.
Right.
And I haven't met too many people in my life. Only one that had a person like that, a family member. So I'm blessed.
Yes.
I'm blessed, Jerry.
I want to say something. You know, usually how it goes is people will know the songs from back in the day and the incredible songs, but they won't remember the people's names unless, like, Dion and the Belmonts. You know what I mean? You
Right.
say Vito Pacone, they say, heck yeah. They know his name. Like, that's what's so incredible.
And by the way, I gotta say, we were both in the same movie called The Irishman. You remember I did I was gonna get to that.
So
We were both.
that's
we
right.
were both in the movie.
Don't talk so loud because you're getting muffled.
I'm sorry. We were. Is that good?
That's good.
We
So
were both in that. We were both in that movie.
that's right. So talk
Okay.
about it, because listen to me. I know you don't have that much time, but listen to me. Talk about now The Irishman. Talk about what you were in and all that. Let's hear it.
Okay. Well, that was one of the biggest things I did, and the reason why I got called for that was not only my look and my presence, which I'm very proud of, and I'm blessed, was that it was a scene with a very big actor that I didn't even know I was going to be with him until right before the shoot. So I got called for that, and then they brought us in the office and they dressed me up, did my hair, did my sideburns, everything, and they made me look like $1 million. And it's really funny. This is going to be kind of funny. The woman that was doing the makeup on me, she goes, "Okay, William, have a seat over here." And I says, "Oh, okay, thank you." I says, "You have any idea who I am?" She goes, "You're William Petrano." And I go, "Yes." I says, "Have you heard of me?" She goes, "Of course." I says, "Okay." I says, "I want to thank." She goes, and she says, "I've been with Martin Scorsese for 35 years doing makeup." I says, "Before you start doing the makeup, you have to do me a favor." So she says, "Anything for you, William." I says, "You see this forehead I have?" I said, "See this forehead?" And she started laughing. She goes, "Yes." My dad says it's $1 million forehead in Hollywood. So could you please make it? She goes, "I'm going to make you look like $5 million.
I love it.
So I said, "Thank you so much." I forgot her name. She gave me a hug after she did the makeup. She goes, "Now go go make history. So then we went walking through the town up in Suffolk, New York. The whole town was shut down. And when I felt like it was one of the first times in a while I felt like because I am a movie star because I've been in movies. I'm not, I don't consider myself a movie star, but in my mind, I'm like a movie star.
Of
But
course, I love that. Of course, we're
Yeah.
Italian. In our minds, we're a lot of things. Go ahead.
I'm a working actor. So when we came walking down the street, everybody was looking, and nobody asked me for my autograph until at the end when we were outside after we did the shoot. And I got to tell you, when I got there, I didn't know who I was going to be. I was hoping and praying, and I was going like this to everybody. Please let it be Mr. Al Pacino, because he was in the movie. Please let it be Mr. Robert De Niro, because he was in the movie. And please let it be maybe Joe Pesci, because they were all in it. They were the three big names besides everything. And then all of a sudden they came, you know why you're here today, right? And I go, oh, because we're making a movie? Oh, yes, you are. I says, and you look good, by the way. The director came in. You're here today because you're going to be doing a scene today with Mr. Joe Pesci.
Okay.
So, and by the way, Joe Pesci is very good friends with Vito Pacone.
Okay.
It all goes together. But Vito was not in the scene with me. He was in another scene filmed in another day. And they said, be professional. But he was so scary on the set. He was in character the whole time, Mr. Pesci. It was amazing. I said hello to him. He walked right past me. He was like reading his lines. I said hello to him. And he gave me a nod. He goes, hey, kid, like that. And I did the scene, and it was like an amazing day. So I got to tell you, I've done other projects, but since then, I did a couple of other things where I was a detective and I was this and was that. But I got to say, that's got to be the greatest thing I've done over the last 5 years was The Irishman.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah, it is
Very
cool.
cool.
It
The
is
only
cool.
thing that it would have made that better if it was called The Italian Man.
I got to tell you, I want to do I want to do a couple of shout outs now. Can I do that?
Go ahead.
Okay. I gotta do a major shout out to my good friend. He's like a brother. He's also an actor. We have done so many projects together. His name is, and I gave him a plug the last time. His name is Angelo Acci. I call him Crazy Angelo. You think I'm crazy? He's Crazy Angelo. I'm Wild Bill. So it's really funny. When I call him, he don't answer. I go, Crazy Angelo, it's Wild Bill. Give me a call back. He calls me right back. I want to give a shout out to him, and I want to give him a plug that he was in this movie called Outcast and Blooming Rose. He played Mayor Tony. He was excellent in it. And it ain't all about me sometimes as an actor. But the sad thing is about this, Sherry, I didn't get the chance to work with him on this, and we were upset about that. I was in another project filming that day, playing a butler. So he was in this, Angelo Acci. He's a great guy. I love him. He's like a brother. What a character. He was going to try to come down to the studio if I came in person because he lives in Jersey. So
Where does he live in Jersey? Where does he live in Jersey?
He lives in Tom's River.
Oh, yeah, he's not far. We'll work this out.
Yeah. And another shout out is I want to give a shout out to Lisa Campbell, Lisa Gallo Productions, who helps me write. She's writing that project called No No, where I play the grandfather. And we're getting close to that, but we're not there yet. Everything takes time.
Okay.
You know what they say, Jerry?
Right.
You're going to laugh. Rome wasn't built in a day.
There you go.
But it came down in how many hours?
Okay.
It's sad.
Oh,
So,
man.
that's pretty much it. And, all my close family and friends, my mom and dad, and I got to just tell you that I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter. And I'm not giving up. And I got to tell you, if we were doing call-ins about an actor calling an actress that maybe couldn't get a role, I would tell them, just hang in there. Because then I would do this. I would say to them, you like Sylvester Stallone? Oh, I love Rocky. I love Sylvester Stallone. Okay. Because once he was doing that actor studio on TV live, he was sitting there with the guy with the beard. I forget his name, and the audience was there. So the guy, I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank for the name. It's on the tip of my tongue. He asked him, if you were going to give advice to the actors and actresses in the audience, what would you tell them, Sly? Well, I'll do a little Rocky for you. Okay, I'll do a little Stallone. He says, well, I got my own philosophy in life. If you hang around long enough, you make it. So if a person hangs around long enough in this business, they're going to make it. And so I'm hanging around. I'm here.
Good.
I'm Wild Bill Wednesday. I'm not going anywhere.
Good.
And I'm going to make you laugh. About 2 months ago, I went shopping at ShopRite. It was a Wild Bill Wednesday. I wasn't wearing my shirt. I wasn't wearing a hat. I was just myself. There was a kid behind the counter. This is really funny. Checked the grocery in. I paid for it. I says, and by the way, kid, happy Wild Bill Wednesday. He broke down laughing. I says, what's so funny, kid? I don't know. What's Wild Bill Wednesday? It's just funny. I says, what do you mean funny how? What do you mean by funny? Funny how? What do you mean? Like really fun. So the woman in the next register started laughing too. And I said to him, I says, does Wild Bill Wednesday sound funny to you? And he says, yeah. I says, who's Wild Bill? I says, you're looking at him. So he goes, like this. He goes,
are you famous?
I'm not going to forget you. I said, well, I'm not going to forget you either. I made him. So I really feel Wild Bill Wednesday is going to be like a dark comedy. It's got to be.
I love it.
Thank you.
I love it. So, he's still talking about that, just so you know.
The kid?
Yes.
I believe it.
Yes.
I believe it. I believe it. I got to ask you one thing. You're a writer. You wrote a book or whatever. That talent you have, did it come natural to you?
I'm glad you asked.
What?
I'm glad you asked. I'm going to read this poem right now because of your question.
Go ahead.
It's called Utilizing Gifts and Talents.
There you go.
I cannot believe you just said that. That wasn't planned, guys. I'm telling you the truth. All right.
That was God sent.
That's right.
That was God sent.
Okay, so here we go. We are born with talents. We are born with drive, with different gifts to help us thrive. I knew early on I was born to draw and paint, to also write poetry, and to talk without restraint. Our gifts and talents should all be used. God's gift to us, not be abused. We can go far in life for sure, using our gifts to go on tour. All our talents should be used to create ourselves and more, but then our job's to share them, to even up the score. You see, in life, what's needed is not just for ourselves. Once our gifts are mastered, take them off the shelves. A living we can make by spreading them around, not just for the money, but to spread a peaceful sound. Don't take for granted the gifts you're given. Go out and spread the joy. Our gifts are not to be held back for us to self-destroy. Put your efforts forth. Do not hesitate. All your talents, my friend, are never second rate. Never hold them back or you will surely die. Maybe not in body, but your soul will cry. Our gifts were made to share, our talents made to soar. Go through life enlightened and then you can roar. Be proud of who you are. Be happy you're alive. Once again, my friend, your gifts will help you thrive. By putting efforts forth, not keeping them at bay, your name, Wild Bill, will live forever, baby, forever and a day. So go through life excited for what you sure can give. To yourself and others is our reason to live. Our grave will be quite lonely, but our legacy lives on. So make sure people smile with the breaking dawn. Did that answer your question?
Yes, it does. But I gotta answer your question that you wrote that?
Of course.
Those are your words.
My words, my book.
No, but those are your words.
My words. Well, God's words. Yes. God speaks to me when I write.
I've heard that before. You read that on the last show we did, correct?
Yep.
And I got tears in my eyes from it. You hit me. That's a very emotional thing. That is amazing.
Thank you.
I wish I had that talent that you have.
No. Don't say that. Stop.
Oh.
I'm going to stop you right there.
Oh.
Stop.
Okay.
I don't have your talent. I can't memorize lines. I can't act. Okay? No. God gave you what he gave you for a reason. He didn't want to make you a poet. Okay?
Oh, gotcha. I got you.
Okay. So don't say that, because that's why I wrote that poem. Because a lot
Okay,
of
all
people
right.
out there
I take it back.
take it
We
back.
all have different talents in life.
Yes, yours is amazing.
So are you. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Like when I look at actors, I'm not kidding you. I'm like, how do they do it? So what God gave you is priceless.
Well, you know, I got to say something. I think I was born with something in me.
Yes.
When I was a little kid, I got into older movies like James Cagney and John Garfield and John Wayne and Humphrey Bogart, not just gangster movies.
There you go.
And all kinds. And I said, and I used to cry and what? And I said, and then when I got older, that's when I got into Al Pacino and Dustin Hoffman and Gene Hackman. God rest his soul, he just passed away. Gene Hackman. All right, that man was a legend.
Yeah.
He was a legend, and it's very sad how he went out. Very sad. But I gotta say, acting, I believe. Okay, I'm gonna rephrase that. I take back what I said.
Good.
You're right. We all have different talents,
Yes.
and God puts us on this earth
Yes.
for different things. And certainly, you got, and I got it, and other people do.
Yes.
So, I gotta say that. Thank you so much for that. You really touched me.
Thank you, Bill. So
And one other shout out too. I gotta do a shout out to Mr. Nicholas Cremeni,
there you go.
my financial friend. Hey Nick, happy Wednesday. I'm here. See you soon, buddy. And he's a great guy. Great guy.
So we're coming to the close. I want to give you the mic one last time. I don't want you to say, oh, I forgot to talk about this or say this, or maybe you want to give some words of encouragement to anyone listening, or how they can reach out to you. Whatever it is, take the mic.
And how much time do I have?
You have 5 minutes.
5 minutes. And if I run short, you can take over?
Yes.
Okay.
I doubt
5
you'll run
minutes.
short. Go ahead.
Jerry, you're beautiful. Thank you so much. And you know, by me doing the church, and by the way, there's another show going on. Saturday, I'll be there again with Joe. Another rock and roll show. It might be, I'm not sure if he's going to be doing any more shows after this, so this could be the last show I bartend over there as a bartender from the Irishman. I want to just say one thing. So, I'm good?
You're good.
Am I talking good?
Good.
Okay. I want to just say, you have Frank in the background there?
There it is.
There he is. Frank did it his way. And I do it. Frank did it his way, and My Way was one of his #1 songs that I sung many times.
Yep.
And that's him in the background back in 1938. He was only 22 years old. It's 1938. That's a mugshot.
He looks like
Okay.
Elvis from here.
That's Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
So, I just want to say that, speaking in the words of My Way, speaking in the words of not giving up, I believe that if there's anybody out there that is thinking about being an actor or being an actress, but I'm going to just say you could be a female actor and a male actor. So I like to respect the ladies because that's just the way I am. So I'll say actor and actress. If you have anything in you that you have to do and you want to do it, just do it.
Just
like
do
the
it.
Nike commercial.
Just do it.
And another quick shout out I got to do quick. I'm sorry I forgot. Is my friend Peter Anthony. Peter, I love you. We're gonna see you soon. We're gonna make another movie soon. He's like, he could be the next James Bond. That's how tall he is. He's about 6'5", 6'4".
There you go.
Anyway, so Peter, love you, man. Him and his wife, they're expecting their first child the end of August.
Yay!
Yeah. So I just want to give some encouragement. People know me as William Petrano, actor. And people know me as a person that will never, ever give up. And if anybody out there is thinking about pursuing an acting career, well, my advice is, if it's in your heart, to go for it. If it's in you. If it's not there, then think twice about it, because it's a tough racket. It's a tough business. But sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. But as the famous Rocky says, if you hang around long enough, you make it. So I'm hanging around, and I have made it, and I'm going to make it more. Not only with Wild Bill Wednesday, with everything else in life. And I got to also say that I believe in prayer. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I believe that you need some spiritual to keep you going. And every day I wake up, I pick up this saint on my dresser, I kiss it, put it up to heaven. I go, bless me today, bless my father, bless my mother, bless everybody, bless my family, bless my grandchild. I have one named Jackson. Bless my daughter, bless my sons, my daughter Mary, Diana. I love her. She just graduated college. She's now going to be a nurse practitioner. It's unbelievable. It's amazing. And I try to bless everybody. So I believe that the word of advice is never give up, keep on going, and if it's in your heart, then that's where it starts. And another thing is, give William Petrano a call. You can reach me. I got to get this plug. My email address is williampetrano@gmail.com. It's very easy. williampetrano@gmail.com. William Petrano, Petrano @gmail.com. Send me an email. We'll talk. I'd love to be in your project. God bless everybody. And Jerry, God bless you too.
Well, I want to thank you again, Wild Bill. This was great. You're just so fun. Okay, we will do this again. And I just want to say I cannot wait for this Wild Bill project to be done. So let's get going. All right?
And by the way, one last time.
Okay, he broke up, but he's saying Happy Wild Bill Wednesday.
Happy Wild Bill Wednesday, everybody.
There you go. Okay, producer, take us out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Geri Petito.
I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Love's the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
When you don't know just what to do,
Just what to do, just what to do.
if what you're feeling is really true,
Is it really true? Is it really true?
just keep your ideas safe and sound.
Safe and sound, safe and sound.
That's exactly how change is found.
Change is found, change is found. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Love's the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.